Hi guys, it's Chevy here and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to kind of talk to y'all about something that's been on my mind recently and just on my heart, and I have just not been able to stop thinking about it. I don't know, maybe it's just because we're all in quarantine and we have so much time to think and do things that we don't normally do. Yeah, so I think that this topic is something that really everybody can benefit from, male or female. Yeah, without further ado, y'all, let's just get into the video, okay? Here's another tea time with Chevy. There's a lot of things that I wish I knew before I got married, a lot, but I feel like I just chose like the few important ones, the ones that I've been thinking about anyway, just because of what I'm going through in my life right now, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, just in case anybody else is going through the same thing, maybe I can help. Maybe the information that I give you, my experiences, my past, can somehow help you. So stay tuned. And no bullshit, I know like I'm gonna be telling you some stuff and it's gonna sound all bad, but I definitely do not regret my past, and I don't regret anything that happened, because as I've said in previous videos, your past is what you learn from, and yes, it literally shapes who you are, and you grow as a person by looking at your past, just not making the same mistakes, if you feel me. Alright guys, so before we jump into the video, I wanted to give y'all a couple of disclaimers really quick, because not everybody's the same, nobody goes through the same experiences. This is just something that I thought about based on my experiences, and this is just some things that I've learned that I want to share with you. So, first things first, I'm not telling you not to get married. I'm not saying that marriage is bad in any way, shape, or form. I'm definitely not saying that you're not supposed to depend on your partner or your significant other, but I feel like you should be able to depend on yourself first before depending on anybody else. One of the most important things that I wish I would have done before I got married, and this is something that moms everywhere like just preach to their daughters and preach to their sons, is I wish I had become or learned to become dependent on myself before I depended on someone else. This is something that I'm slowly learning as we speak, and it's getting better and better every day. And you know, it's the most liberating feeling ever after depending on someone for 5 years. And my significant other at the time had a really good job, and he made significantly more than me. I had jobs, of course, but he just made a lot more, so he covered pretty much everything. So he covered the car notes, insurance, the rent, utilities, food for us to eat, you know, yeah, like literally everything. And while that sounds nice, and it was nice, I'm not saying it wasn't nice, it was heartbreaking when I didn't have that anymore. So when I left leaving from California and back to Mississippi, back to my mom's. It was depressing, and it was sad, and I felt like a huge failure, because here I am driving literally 28 hours by myself in a rental car with all of my clothes, and it's just my clothes in there, my belongings. I literally took everything that was mine, and that was my clothes and my shoes, and that's all I had to my name. As a how old was I? As a 22-year-old. I'm sorry guys, but as a 22-year-old, that's all I had to my name, my clothes and my shoes. And I'm trucking it back to my mom's house, 28 hours, dude. And I drove that 28 hours in 2 days, and I only made like one stop, and it was, it was a drive, but that drive itself made me, I cried so much, you guys. I cried so much, but that drive in itself taught me so much, just because I never want to be there again. I never want to be in a spot where I feel like that, because that I feel like that was my lowest point, and I really do believe that. And I think back on that all the time, and I think back on the fact that out of 5 years of me being alive on this earth, this is all I have to my name, my clothes and my shoes. So ladies and gents, when your mom or your dad is telling you about how you need to learn to be dependent on yourself and independent for yourself, do what you need to do to survive, like they're teaching you how to do it, man, if y'all don't listen, y'all listen. Because seriously guys, like right now, I feel like I've just been I really do. I feel so grateful, and I feel like I've just been touched by God, because it has been, I think it's been, I'm gonna say it's been around a year and like 4 months, and I feel like I'm such a better person. I feel like I've grown so much of as a person, and honestly that could not have been done without, you know, my past, me going through what I went through, me going through depending on somebody and then not having anything, and then having to go back to my mom's house with, you know, a failed marriage. And now, you know, I have my own apartment that I pay my own rent for. I pay my own utilities. I pay my own car note, insurance, Wi-Fi. I get my own groceries. There's nothing I ask anyone for, and that is the most amazing feeling ever, you guys. I cannot tell you. How amazing it feels to say that I don't depend on anybody except God. I don't depend on anybody except God, and that is a fact. And I'm so thankful every single day that I'm where I am now, and it might not even seem like much at all, but for me it's big. So a couple of things that I learned from that entire experience, there's so many, you guys, like I've learned so much, and this is something that I've learned to do as an adult, is to look back at my past and not even like feel bad about it. Yeah, I feel bad because it could have went better. I could have done some stuff better for myself. But at the end of the day, it is in the past, and I've learned so much from it. And that's what you have to do as an adult, and as you're growing, is learn to look back at your past and learn from the mistakes, and just keep going, like just keep moving on. There's nothing else you can really do. But other than that, I've learned to really love myself, and I mean that in a way that, I don't know, it's almost like poetic, okay? But yeah, I've learned how to love myself in ways that I didn't know how to do back then. I know how to love myself now enough to where I know how I'm supposed to be treated. I know how I want to be treated. Now I'm a person that this was before too, but I really enjoy my own company. Like I can sit in my house by myself, watch TV, I can go to sleep, I can eat, and I can chill all day, every day. So this quarantine ain't nothing, okay? It's not. But I can do that, and I can do it freely without wanting to go outside, wanting to call somebody, wanting to be with somebody, because I've gotten in a vibration to where I just love myself. I think to myself all the time. I talk to myself all the time. I crack up at my own jokes because I'm hilarious. So guys, the last thing that I want to talk about really quick, because I don't want this video to be super long, but I want to tell y'all about, or talk to y'all about, how important it is to believe and to know in your heart that everything happens for a reason. And that's something that I think about every single day, and it's something that I myself, I have to keep like reminding myself that everything does happen for a reason. So let me tell y'all a little story really quick, okay? Before I left California, and I went to the tattoo shop with my friend Asia. Asia, if you're watching, hey, what's up? But I went to the tattoo shop with my friend Asia, and while we were sitting there, we literally did not know what we were gonna get, but I just knew I wanted a tattoo. And you know, whenever you're going through a major life change, you want to dye your hair, piercings, or get a tattoo, and that was my choice. So we're both sitting there and we're scrolling through our phone looking what we're gonna get, and then the perfect thing pops up, and it was like, I don't know, it was like, I just needed it. I needed this tattoo. Do you know what it was? It was this one right here. Let's show you.
Can you see that? It says, "Trust my timing."
I could not leave that parlor until I got that tattoo, and I did. So yeah, and I'm just telling y'all, like, every single day I look at this tattoo, every single time that I'm going through, I don't know, like a struggle or a hard time or anything, I almost like I can feel it. Or if I'm looking in a mirror, I like just look at it. I just know, like, and it makes me know that everything's happening for a reason, to trust God's timing, because at the end of the day, He knows what's right. And then at the end of the day, we don't know what's right. We're just going along. So just trust His time and just pray. And that's what I did. So I think I talked about everything I needed to talk about. So y'all have a blessed day. Y'all be safe with the quarantine that's going on. Please stay inside, okay? I haven't left my house in 2 weeks, and I don't plan to until I get the all clear, okay? I'm not getting sick, and you shouldn't either. Please be safe. I will see y'all in my next video. Don't forget, this is Tea Time with Chevy. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would tell you I have new videos every week, but I don't. So, but I do post, and I do post semi-frequently, okay? If you want to follow my social medias, they're down below. I'm super cool, super chill. I post some cool stuff. Anyway, y'all have a good day. I'm honestly about to go back to bed. So, sweet dreams.